It's news time. Information is power. The current. The news headline. Ñnamdi Kanu is lucky. See the unexpected thing UK government has done to him. The leader of the IPOB has been given consular assistance by the United Kingdom government. This statement was made by his lawyer during an interview with a popular news platform. His lawyer said that he had been told to visit Ñnamdi Kanu, and the United Kingdom government has also given him some help that he needs. According to Sahara reporters, it was reported that Ñnamdi Kanu will continue to remain in the custody of the DSS till October. Ñnamdi Kanu will appear in court in October 24, 2021 to continue his trial. Meanwhile, Ñnamdi Kanu's lawyer has made some comments about the consular service offered to IPOB leader by the British Commission. During an interview on Arise Television, Ifeanyi Ejiofor said that Ñnamdi Kanu will win the case in court. He said that Ñnamdi Kanu has gotten all the support that he needs and that he will continue to get more support from the British Commission. He said Ñnamdi Kanu is recognized as a British citizen, and the United Kingdom government has offered him their service because he is a British national. According to Ifeanyi Ejiofor, he said, I cannot tell you everything about the case because it is a secret, but what I know is that Ñnamdi Kanu will win the case. The British High Commission has given him consular service, and he has gotten all the support that he needs from everywhere in the British community, and also he is being treated by the DSS unfairly. He should be allowed to see his lawyer anytime. We want Ñnamdi Kanu to be transferred to another prison facility, but the DSS has actually refused. The exercise is that they are investigating some events that need him to answer some questions within their place, which is actually not safe for him.
Buhari-led government need to change their act towards Kanu for the better, saying that there is need for Igbo youths to actually, continue to pray as well in this case, because as at now, what should actually preoccupy many of them at is for the President himself, President Muhammadu Buhari, to have a renewed mindset and release Ñnamdi Kanu from the detention, because it has been a while now that people have had or seen him, and this would actually, continue to cause mayhem in the nation. And when he's released, it is most likely that, in fact, that would put a stop to the sit-at-home order that has been going on in some parts of the southeast. Words of Ike Ekweremadu. He also says that in the absence of violent agitation, how can we address the issue of exclusion, imbalances, the detention of so many Igbo sons and daughters in various correctional facilities across the country, the issues of the clampdown on unarmed protesters and challenge of extrajudicial killings in Igbo land in the most effective manner? Let me also assure you that the Southeast Caucus of the National Assembly is not resting on its laurels. Ekweremadu said of Kanu, we are working quietly and steadily to address these issues, which includes finding a political solution to the Ñnamdi Kanu situation. We appreciate your understanding. Previously, in the case of Chief Raf, who was Ruike in 2007, we had done something similar. In the case of Ñnamdi Kanu, we did the same thing last year, and God willing, and with your help and prayers, we will be successful in our efforts to bring Ñnamdi Kanu to justice once more, to promote peace and stability in the southeastern region. Ekweremadu, on the other hand, urged Igbos living in diaspora to express an interest in the leadership positions in Igbo territory. In Ala Igbo, the Igbo diaspora must demonstrate more than a passing interest in the recruitment of leaders at all levels of organization. Please, if at all possible, return to your hometown and run for public office. Those who are unable to return home should encourage and support alternative candidates of their choosing. It is critical to ensure that our elected officials at all levels of government, including local, state, and federal, are best, and those who have best interest at heart. That, in my opinion, marks the beginning of the real emancipation struggle for Indigo, because charity, they see, starts at home. And these were the words of Ike Ekweremadu concerning the ongoing mayhem in the southeastern part of the country, and also the detention of Ñnamdi Kanu who is presently at the DSS facility, of which it was said that the federal government is fully aware of the October 24, 2021, which was actually a day that Ñnamdi Kanu will be tried again at the Court of Law in Abuja. The lawmaker, that is his legal defense, the lead Ejiofor, actually says that as a result of the fact that the federal government knows that October 21st, 2021 is the date, that nothing will actually stop them from presiding on that day, because it has been rumored that they are attempting not to bring Ñnamdi Kanu to court that very day, saying that as a result they have no logical excuse not to bring Ñnamdi Kanu to court on that Thursday, October 24th, 2021, seeing that Ñnamdi Kanu himself has actually begged millions of his friends and followers to continue to conduct themselves and operate within the ambit of law as they have always done, seeing that more noticeable and commendable is the fact that their solidarity has stayed unbroken even in the face of all adversity, for which he is truly grateful. And therefore, the Ñnamdi himself, which is actually a former deputy president of the Senate, actually called the Alaigbo themselves that they need, especially those ones living in diaspora, that is outside the country, that they need to start speaking against violent agitations, saying that the lawmaker actually opened up this virtual lecture, in South Africa, where he actually talked about this the Igbo in diaspora, a perspective which he delivered at the Igbo Heritage Lecture. During this lecture, he actually observed that a whole lot of worse things that could happen to Indigo at this time would be to their homeland to be turned into a battleground for another time in history, saying that it is imperative that the injustices and the marginalization that exist should be addressed, and in any case they must ensure that there is stability of Igbo land, because only in this way will the Igbo land, which they call Alaigbo, be prosperous economically, while also eliciting local and international sympathy and support for their predicament. In the past few months, they see that there has been a whole lot of mayhem in the southeastern region, and it was sacrosanct for the the Igbos in diaspora and every other Alaigbo to support themselves towards exposure to liberal and progressive democratic ideals, as well as access to international resources, seeing that the many Igbo sons and daughters have actually been detained in various correctional facilities across the country, and the issues of the clampdown on unarmed protesters and the challenge of extrajudicial killings in Igbo land in the most effective manner was needed, seeing that he assures them that the Southeast Caucus of the National Assembly is not resting on Ñnamdi Kanu's case, because they are finding a political solutions to his situation and they appreciate their understanding. Thanks for listening. That's it.